Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another Empires and Puzzles video. This time we're going to be looking at the new Season 4 hero, Aouda, is how I would expect that name is pronounced. um, as with all the new heroes, very impressive stats, and the same is true for her, not even fully maxed, and she's already got 940 attack, 841 defense, and 1403 HP. Quite good. It seems like she's built like the new school of Sniper, where they typically have a little bit lower defense and HP compared to their other stats. But like when you look at her against someone like Gefyon, who had like not even 1300 HP, and I forget where her defense was exactly. Lower 700s maybe. This is definitely a step up. So rogue class, which is one of the more desirable ones. Very nice passive ability, which is 30% more damage on the first hit. And her main thing is being a straight ahead sniper, 450% to the target, but she's dealing an extra 500 straight up damage if the target has boosted health. So it's interesting that she's only going to be most powerful when the match is already pulling away from you. So if your enemy has boosted health, you're not in a great position at that point. So she's going to have a harder time finishing the match. 450 is still nice, but the extra 500 is probably more than 50% more than she would be doing otherwise. I imagine she's probably going to be in the low 800s. For a snipe, definitely more on defense and more with emblems. But that extra 500 is going to be significant. So helpful for chipping away. I don't know, there's something about her that I'm not totally sold on because that style of play seems odd. But if your team does have boosted health, if you're fighting a boosted HP healer, then maybe she's good to bring just in case, and she can kind of chip away at those targets. But there's something about her that I don't totally love. But maybe that's just me. So this is the team that she's in. We're going to jump in here and try to see what kind of damage she's capable of. Very weird troop for her. Pretty underdeveloped troops here. So only 16% added attack, which is less than even a level 1 mono troop. So unfortunately her attack is suffering a little bit because of that. But it'll still give us a decent idea of what she is capable of. And I do have a boosted HP healer on this team. So we'll get to see her in all of her glory. Oh, I'm really struggling with this board here. Alrighty, so she's gonna go off. Let's boost our HP to highlight that aspect of her special ability and see. I wonder if it's gonna come through all as one hit. Oh, he wasn't boosted. So yeah, 924. That will be a bit lower on offense, about 20%. Well, the tricky part is, if you didn't know, there's a boost on defense that gives you 20% more attack and 20% more defense, or there historically was. They realized with newer heroes recently that this wasn't as needed, as the gap between good heroes and elite heroes widened. They realized that this wasn't totally necessary, so they're kind of experimenting with it now, and it's unclear where it's at currently. So who knows exactly? I used to be able to say, all right, it's going to be 20% less. Wow, they really ripped off Kingston's special with her. I just realized that. And Alfred's going off, so we're totally screwed here. But yeah, wow, she is such a ripoff of Kingston with the 3 blades that kind of circle around the target and then dive in. It's kind of disappointing, actually. All right, we should be good here now. God, just keep getting pummeled, though, because I can't do enough with this board. So no boosted HP yet, but that would have just meant that her 924 or whatever would have been a 1424, which is quite nice. Okay, 882 there. Oh, that's because her first one was boosted by her passive ability. So Black Knight has even higher defense. That was like 800. So that 30% more is not like if you're going to do 1,000 damage, now you're going to do 1,300. It doesn't just add 30%. It's adding itself somewhere in the damage calculation, but it seemed like in this context it was only doing like 50 or so more damage, which is pretty disappointing. Might just need to leave and run this one back because this has been pretty disastrous of a board. Didn't even get to fire Gravemaker. All right, let's just rematch this. Okay, we'll see if we can get some boosted HP this time, or we had some, but we'll see if she targets the hero with boosted HP. And hopefully she'll hit someone else this time, and we can get even better of an idea what that attack damage looks like. So we'll boost, and we'll see if that is enough. 1416. Okay, so 500 less would have been 916. So that first hit on defense, low troops, high emblems against one of the higher defense characters in the game. And we're looking at about 900 and something. So the interesting part is like she's a brand new hero and her stats are better, but her actual like snipe percentage is lower than that of like June or something, like an original hero. So it's kind of weird that they've done that. My thought there is if you keep driving the percentages higher with the stats, then things get kind of crazy. So I feel like they've lowered the sniper percentages as a way of maintaining balance, so that you're getting the benefit of the higher tile damage and whatnot, but not at the expense of hugely inflated performance. So the snipe itself is not that much stronger, really. In fact, it might even be weaker in some contexts, but then they add these little twists in there like, okay, she'll do 500 more if you have boosted HP. She has 30% more power added, which is a pretty vague way of saying it, on the first firing. So yeah, not my preference. When I think of other snipers that I like, I mean, she really excels with the boosted damage thing, with boosted HP. And like in a situation where like where she's gonna shine the most is when you have boosted HP, but only like 100. And then you're just getting 400 damage, 400 additional damage below that boosted HP added on. So that's where she's going to shine. But like when I think of other snipers that I like one of my favorite teams is a green team with Phileas Fogg and Kingston. Phileas Fogg has the dispel before hitting, which is really nice. And I think of those two as a sniping pair and not just as standalone. So maybe she needs the right pair as well. But with those two, it's a kill shot on pretty much anyone, because you have the defense down applied first and the dispel applied first, and then you have Kingston following through for the kill shot. Usually that can do about 1,800 or more damage. And then you have Kingston's ailment left behind, which is attack down. That is scalable and therefore super valuable on the remaining heroes. A hero like her, I don't know what the team would be, because if you're going to use someone like Jackal or Costume Leonidas first, you run the risk of decreasing that boosted HP and therefore decreasing her damage output, even though it would likely still be a kill shot with a hit like Jackal first. She's just kind of, for me, in a weird spot where it's like, how do you use her and what synergies is she best in? So if you've used her, if you ascended her, if you like her, let us know in the comments below. It's for the benefit of myself and anyone who watches this video. So do your part and contribute towards broadening the awareness and the knowledge in this community. So thank you for that. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and consider subscribing as well. It's a nice free way for you to support the channel, and I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.